Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Grand Ages Medieval. I'm your lovely host, Kelvin. So, I did a math break. Do drum roll, please, on how many of these we will be building. Anytime now. Whoop, 60 should be it, right? Yeah, because we have 5 already. Perfect. So, 65 of those. Which will mean, plus 28 of these, yeah, because we have 5 of those. And fuck. I forget how many of these we have already, you know? Well, let's just double check here. 65 of these, so that means I need about 30 of these as well. I need 33 of these, so I need 28, or no, wait, 23. And then 10 more of those. 9 more of those. 19. That sounds about right. Yeah. That's excess of wool and everything. Good. There we are. There. That's how many building materials it'll take to turn Izmir into something. Alright. Otherwise, though, not terrible. Now, I never want to hear anyone ever complain about fucking clothing again. Alright. Clothing solved. Fish? We're apparently running out of fish. I don't know how many more buildings I can have anywhere. So, let me check here. If it's 8,000, I can tell right now. That means I have 70 buildings I can build. Yep. This would mean... what, how much fish would this be? 2,800? 2,800? Sounds fine. We need 700, and God knows how much more we'll need. So that will probably create an excess demand of about 2,000. That's good. That's a good safety buffer. There we are. Just built 70 more fisheries. Alright. The economic development program in Anatolia is coming along pretty well, I'd think. 216. 239. I'm growing much faster than my competition now, which I think is important. How is there a famine in the freaking town? You literally are not feeding yourselves wheat. I don't even know, man. I gave you a super de-duper guy thing, and now this place produces infinite quantities of fish. If you guys continue to starve to death, it's your own fucking fault. Yeah, this guy actually isn't bringing food to this town. He's bringing 244 meat, but he dropped a single piece of meat off. Actually, yeah, thanks to a recession and everything else, there isn't actually any workers. No one to work in anything. So food has to be brought here to alleviate it. I have a spare trader down here, yeah?
I can't do that.
Where's my spare trader? Whatever. You, Nicosia to Karaman. How about just go to Nicosia? Alright. Let's get him up to Nicosia. Because apparently we need to get food here just to kickstart this freaking economy. Or whatever.
The route is
alright. Yeah. Okay. I'll just bring goods to this one town here. Hopefully we bring enough goods. There we are. To actually get some production going. That's what I like to see. Alright. So most of the stuff's green. We're actually out of fruit production again, though. Somehow. Build 9 of those. Izmir is now starving to death and has low prosperity. Dare I ask why? Apparently we need more carts, I'll say that much. But okay. It's kind of caught me off guard that there's a famine in the town that comes immediately after Bursa. Literally delivering 679 pastries. Actually picked up pastries from this somehow. Is it because no wheat managed to make it out of Bursa? It only consumes about 100 wheat, so shouldn't be that big of an issue. I don't know why Izmir is starving to death. It really shouldn't be. I assume it's because there's just not enough carts to haul all the goods over here. Similarly, why there's now a famine in Pergamon as well. I'm going to take a wild guess at that. Because, as it seems, a lot of my trade problems are stemming from a lack of trade carts. And possibly the need to establish more smaller trade spines, I think. I mean, I'm thinking about it. Realistically, with one merchant per thing, you could have each one city on a trade spine, its own trade spine, all linked to a central market. I try to be efficient about it, but efficiency, in this case, may not be the best. Alright, you're almost to Constantinople again. Alright, let's see if he brings more food with him this time. He's bringing only 100 grain. That's not enough for Izmir.
Mount up.
Yeah. Keep killing the lynxes. There. So, I think it may be better to put several smaller trade spines together. You know? It's especially considering the size that my traders are starting to get to, and the trade cart quantities. I feel like if I just put each city on its own trade spine, well, not necessarily each and every individual city on its own trade spine, but most of them. Like Pergamon and Izmir can be on one, Sinope and Ankara can be on one, you know, 1 to 2 per trade spine. I feel like I could stand to develop a lot more better that way. And don't end up with having random cities scattered throughout starving to death because of instances like Bursa. Like, Bursa is just so massive in its quantity and requirements for development that that's a problem. Which sucks, but there's obviously not much I can do about that.
The route is ready.
So, what if I sign that up as its own trade route? Okay. Would you mind building some more carts while you're at it? Great, thanks. And while you're at it, more carts. So I think more smaller trade spines may be the right thing to do. I could start, somebody brought up in the chat a good point. I could start using the priority system, but I don't really want to mess with that right now. Of course, there's an infestation of rats. Why wouldn't there be? So, we're going to bring those two out. There we are. Yeah, this doesn't seem to be particularly overworked, but mind you, it's got 2-1 cities. That should hopefully face some degree of growth soon. We hope. Alright. So, like I said, we're going to make several smaller trade spines at this point. Manage carts. And some carts. And... yeah, that. There. Similarly, there should be another one. Here it is. We're going to take Carmen Konya off of it and make it just that. That's a 5,000 route, and I can probably reclamate many carts from it. There. There. That's alright now. Alright. Oh yeah, Carman is still only set only to grain. Good call. That's what you were talking about, not the priority system. I haven't even talked about the priority system because I don't even want to fucking touch it. Because I don't know the exacts of what it will do. That's more of my single player experimentation, so that way I can give you guys info. But you can set cities as priority, which apparently makes the merchant prioritize it for doing whatever. I don't know. But honestly don't know. So, I think it's high time to actually use something here. A long time ago I researched this whole trek system, which allows me to move workers. So, there's going to be a huge influx of workers heading for Izmir shortly. It's Izmir, right? Yes. Okay. So, let's go to the inn. Let's use this trek system. Yep, Izmir. There we are. We'll send. There we are. So, Izmir should now receive an influx of approximately 1,500 workers. There they are. Suddenly, employment. There we are. Izmir's... yeah. There we are. We got workers. And with any luck, this will deliver all the resources they need. Population's rapidly growing to match it, which will help. Good. There may be a way to encourage workers in towns. I'm not sure about that. 228,000. Well, like I said, I'm hoping to overcome this blue guy here. 229. We're at 230. Not bad. This town's growing. Good. 231. We're getting close to overcoming blue. We are now only 11,000 away. This is like the closest we've ever been. Still missing about 3,000 goddamn bricks. I'm just assuming there's no bricks left here. Yeah, not many. He's at least getting some out there. Interestingly enough, this guy who's holding literally 10,000 goods is overworked. I find this interesting. I need to put more carts on him. I thought 10,000 was safe. But apparently I was wrong. Or is it just that he literally can't haul 20 goods in a trip and that's the problem? I'd believe that. Believe that in a heartbeat. I think I'll get a second trader of 10,000 going there. Alright. So, yeah. Hopefully an extra trader might
Here we
assist.
go.
Alright. Try and, move more resources. We now have a total of 15,000 moving between the towns. Which is impressive. Wow. Yeah. And he's filled. Which isn't surprising. Yeah, we're bringing 13,170 resources between the cities. Or just right now. That one trip. We need so many carts. So many carts. Alright. As he arrives in each town, we'll give him extra stacks of carts. Until he's up to 10,000. Alright, we've got 6,000. Okay. 7,000. Okay. Alright. 7,000, okay, so we can get 8,000 here. Good. So many goods. So many goods. So many goods to transit. Almost. Yeah, he just capped it at 9,000. Good fucking Christ. We may need a third trader. Like, this is starting to get scary, the amount that we need. Like, I'm starting to wonder, is this trade network too centralized between these cities? Is it possible that the trade network is actually just that centralized? In addition to this, is there a particular reason we can't get goods down there? I'm pretty certain I have trade running. A trade thing. Running from Duba to Nicosia. Don't I? I may not. It is highly possible that I don't. It is highly possible. But yeah. We're going to end today's episode here. When we come back, I'm going to have built a reserve of 100 carts. Possibly 150. I don't know. Point is, a balls-tastically large quantity of carts. Because as far as I'm concerned, that's about the only thing that I can do. 246 thou. I don't want to end the episode just yet, because I feel like I can just push the Empire over. Gotta be a way to miss it. Like, just pushing the Empire over at this point. Right? What are we short on? Cloth, eh? $20 of those. 12 of these. 8 of those. Yeah, this might be enough to push the Empire over. We really just want to get, you know, really just would prefer to get, whatchamahoots, all the way up to, second last, which I don't think is that unreasonable. Alright. Bring forth the goods with which to build these farms. 240,000. Come on. We're 6,000 away. I'm gonna push for the end before the end of the episode, becoming second last in population. I've hooked you up to a trade network. Yes. Yes. You have no goods. You are not actually up to a trade network. Okay. I've hooked you up to a trade network. Yes. Good. You have goods. And are actually producing things. You're missing raw materials. What would you be missing? Is, let's see, 20? Yeah, 20 wheat. This produces, what, 24 wheat? This produces 15 honey? 12 honey. It's probably the honey. Just build things. Need to develop so much. Good. We actually have almost caught up in meat now. Fruit? Mm-hmm. Holy shit, so much. Alright. Alright. I don't know if I can push it over. I haven't even considered up here yet. Are you even hooked up to trade networks? You're getting some stuff, but that's your stuff you're producing. These two aren't even hooked up to trade. Alright. Excess of salt. I feel like it's just really waiting for Izmir to build things.
And here we go.
I think Nicosia has the excess of the building materials, yeah. Can we borrow some of these carts real quick? And go direct Nicosia to Izmir. That should hopefully get some of the building materials over there quicker. That's the problem with this network I've built, is it doesn't respond well to the massive need of building materials in cities for construction projects. Which tend to mean it's definitely a weakness. Also, we're still not getting smithying. So we have an extra 300. Where is that in the Empire? We have 7,000 in reserve even. Because it's not in any of the major reserve cities. I have to assume it's sitting in one city in particular. Alright. Well, we found a pretty good freaking suspect for a lot of it. The answer is just you don't have enough carts to haul it out? I'd believe it. Like, say no more. I will get you carts. I mean, even if you just get that, there's a few of the buildings done, that's great. But, yeah, I'm going to end the episode here. Next episode, hopefully, we'll be overtaking the blue guy and getting to second last place. There are people who somehow still have twice my population. Ridiculous. Don't fuck with the orange guy. I haven't even met the orange guy, have I? No, I haven't. Well, I know he's here, I'm pretty certain. That might be the brown guy, I don't know. Oh, the orange guy. Here he is. I take it he just owns Mother Russia. Which would make sense for why he'd have twice my population. Oh well. Thank you everybody for watching. This has been your lovely host, Galvin, signing off.